What's up, guys? It's Argon657 here, and today I bring you another Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle against the YouTuber Joedor. His channel's in the description below. So if you guys been noticing, Hurricane Irma has been going on for the past week, but yeah, now it's gone, so now we don't have to worry about it. So yeah, we have this UU battle. It took place on Joedor's live stream on Twitch, so yeah, so taking a look at the team, my Scarf Jirachi is probably my only answer to the Weavile, technically. As long as I don't make any like bad moves or anything like that. So yeah, Weavile pretty much outspeeds everything on my team except my Jirachi. So yeah, Weavile's probably going to be the biggest threat on his team, being that it can actually pretty much 2-hit KO majority of my Pokemon, and also 1-hit KO my Altara and my Gliscor. So the thing is that if it's a Life Orb set, it could possibly sweep my team late game. If it's a choice set, I could probably play around with it. So yeah, he has the Rotom W. I'm pretty sure this Rotom W is probably a defensive set or something like that based on his team structure. His Jirachi's probably Scarfed, but then again, it could be Z Happy Hour or anything like that, or something like that, because like I've seen Z Happy Hour Jirachis before on Showdown. And then he has the Mega Gardevoir, and he has a Tentacool that can remove entry hazards, and he has a Paladin to set up rocks and all that. I have my Gliscor to set up Stealth Rocks and my Mantine to defog them or anything like that, you know. And then I have my Rotom W and my Darmanitan, which is Choice Banded. So, yeah, and not many of his Pokemon are going to really appreciate Flare Blitz coming from a Darmanitan. Probably Rotom and Tentacool could probably take one or two, depending on the EV spreads and all that. So, yeah, let's get on with the battle. Alright, so, I decided to lead off with Jirachi just because there was a chance he could have leaded off with the Weavile. Now, in that case, he does lead with Weavile, and I'm going to lead off with my Jirachi, which is Choice Scarf, like I just said. So yeah, I thought maybe he would want to switch out to his Rotom W, so I'm just going to go for the U-turn, expecting him to switch. However, he's going to stay in, and he's also going to make a pretty good play here, and you'll see right now. He's going to go for the Pursuit, and that is going to easily take out my Jirachi, so now the biggest threat on his team is out of the way. And that's pretty bad, because this Weavile is actually a big threat against my team. So what I'm going to do is I really need to get a lot of momentum from this point forward, because I'm pretty sure he's going to make a lot of switches and all that, so I'm just going to keep on Volt switching, U-turning, and all that. I have my Darmanitan with U-turn and my Rotom Wash with Volt switch. So I'm going to go to my Darmanitan, and I want to see what he wants to do. So, I'm going to go for the U-turn, just to get out of there, just to see if he's going to go for the Hydro Pump. I'm going to go into my Rotom in case he decides to go for the Volt Switch, predicting me to go into my Mantine. So I'm just going to go to my Rotom Wash first. So, yeah, I do take that Hydro Pump pretty well. And, again, he doesn't really have any anything to really take a hit. I mean, the Hippowdon, he probably wouldn't want to risk going to Hippowdon if I predicted him to switch and go for the Hydro Pump. So he's going to go to his Gardevoir, and I'm going to go for the Volt Switch over here. And I'm going to go back into my Darmanitan, and I wanted to give him the impression that I am Scarfed Darmanitan. I'm actually Choice Banded Darmanitan, and I want to scare him out, and I'm just going to click Flare Blitz just because he doesn't really have anything to take a Flare Blitz from a Choice Banded Darmanitan. So I'm going to go for that Flare Blitz, and this Hippowdon is not going to take the Flare Blitz very well. In fact, that does so much damage to defensive Hippowdon. And Hippowdons are usually very bulky. I mean, that Flare Blitz did like around 75%, probably 70% with the leftovers. So I'm going to be able to easily KO him with the Flare Blitz. So now, because I took out his Stealth Rocker, Darmanitan's going to be putting in some work over here later on. Hopefully. If I can get the momentum and all that. So, he's going to go back into his Weavile, and I thought about switching out, but there was a chance he could have went for the Pursuit, so I just stayed in to see what he wanted to do. He's going to go for the knockoff. So he's going to take out my Darmanitan. So, yeah, so I'm now going to go into my Altaria, and, yeah. Because he's locked into knockoff, I'm pretty sure he's choice banded at this point. So yeah, he's gonna go to his Rotom W, and I'm gonna go for the Dragon Dance, because I want to be able to at least try to set up on him and all that. And I was kind of surprised he didn't go to Jirachi or anything like that. But I guess he thought I would probably go for the Earthquake, predicting that. But it really does not matter, because now I'm at +1, and I can outspeed him. And I'm going to go for the return just to play it safe. So, Rotom W is going to go down over here. So, now I don't have to worry about it, and I could also spam Earthquakes if I wanted to. So now he's going to go to his Jirachi over here. And I'm not sure what he wants to do, so I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go into my Rotom, expecting maybe the Iron Head or something like that. So, yeah, so Iron Head's going to do nothing to my Rotom, and I know fully well he's going to switch. It's very obvious he's going to switch out into something, so I'm just going to Volt Switch. There's really no reason not to. He's gonna go into his Gardevoir, and I do spoil this, but no Stealth Rocks were ever set up on these fields. So yeah, you'll see. I'm gonna go to my Gliscor, and yeah, I kind of decided Stealth Rocks is really not necessary to set up at this time. I mean, just because he doesn't really have many Pokemon that could that takes really significant damage from Stealth Rocks, so I really thought Stealth Rocks was not important, so instead I decided to go for the Earthquake. There was really no point setting up Rocks at this point, so he goes for the Taunt, predicting me to go for the Rocks, but I'm going to go for the Earthquake, because I want to see what, how much it will do, and it actually takes out the Gardevoir, so Gliscor has some pretty good attack stat, I'm not going to lie. But he's going to go to his Weavile, and I don't know what he wants to do. And I actually decide to sack off my Mantine, because my Mantine really doesn't do anything in this battle. He still has the Tentacruel that can pretty much wall the hell out of the Mantine. So, yeah, he's going to go for the Icicle Crash, get a crit. It doesn't really matter. I was just trying to sack it off, just to see what he wanted to do. He's probably the most expendable Pokemon, so I just wanted to see what move he would lock himself into. And yeah, if he went for the knockoff, I probably would have switched into my Altaria after this, but he went straight for the Icicle Crash. So that's fine. I'm going to go into my Rotom Wash, and I'm just going to Volt Switch. Just because he's locked into Icicle Crash, and yeah, I can switch into my Gliscor over here, and I could just click Earthquake. So yeah, at this point, I mean, he doesn't really want to risk Iron Head flinching me, just because I could break through and go for the Earthquake and do some significant damage as well. So I'm pretty sure this thing is scarfed. The Jirachi is scarfed, just like my Jirachi. So he's going to go to his Tentacle, and I'm just going to go straight for the Earthquake. I really have nothing to lose going for it. He doesn't really have anything to take an Earthquake anymore. He lost his Rotom, so everything's pretty good now, and his Hippowdon's dead. And yeah, he outspeeds me, so that's fine. Tentacle has a higher base speed, so it would naturally outspeed my Gliscor. So I'm just gonna go for the Earthquake. The Scald does a decent amount of damage too. I'm not gonna lie. But that crit did not matter. So I do take out the Tentacle. So now over here, I wasn't sure if he was gonna go for the knockoff or the Icicle Crash. Because knockoff could easily take out my Gliscor from that range. I'm not so sure though, but I decided to play it safe and go into my Rotom in case he did go for the Icicle Crash. And it ends up paying off because he does indeed go for the Icicle Crash. So I really thought he was going to go for a knockoff, to be honest. Then I would go into my Altaria, then he would go into his Jirachi and all that and start Iron Head, flinching me and all that. So thankfully he didn't go straight for the knockoff. He just played it safe, go for the Icicle Crash. But he's going to go to his Jirachi, and I'm just going to go for the Volt Switch because I know he's locked into Icicle Crash. And I'm going to go into my Gliscor just so that I could try to bait him into going for the Icicle Crash, because I still have my Rotom Wash. And the thing is that he's Choice Banded, so if he goes for the knockoff, I can easily go into my Altaria. But then if he goes for the Icicle Crash, I can go to my Rotom, and I can actually take one Icicle Crash. And he does go for the Healing Wish, which is actually pretty good, and we'll see later on how good it is for him to go for that Healing Wish. Because, as you can see, he is going to get back up to full health and all that. So that's good for him that he's back at full health, but I do have the Pain Split on my Rotom. And if he locks himself into Icicle Crash, I can switch into my Rotom and go for the Pain Split, because he's at full health and my Rotom is at half health. So I'm just going to sack off my Gliscor, and I'm going to go into my Rotom because I can take a Icicle Crash because I'm max defense, max HP, plus I resist the Ice type move. So he's going to go for the Icicle Crash. I was also hoping he would miss as well. There was also a chance he could flinch me, and thankfully I don't flinch, so I'm able to go for the Pain Split. So now I'm in a better position than where I was before, because I didn't want to hit the Hydro Pump just because it may have missed or something like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play defensively, go for the Will-O-Wisp, because if for some reason he does flinch me, at least I can get him burned over here. So luckily I don't flinch, and he does get a critical hit though, which isn't too bad though, but luckily he didn't flinch, so I'm able to hit the Will-O-Wisp. So now if he does happen to take out my Rotom, I can go into my Altaria and I can take an Icicle Crash because of the burn, and I could be able I would be able to take him out with the Earthquake or the Return. So he's going to go for the Icicle Crash. He does not get the flinch, and I'm able to hit this Hydro Pump, and I'm going to be able to take out this Weavile. So that was a pretty good battle. It ended off being a 2-0 victory in my favor. So yeah, that was a pretty good battle. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to leave that comment below. Smash that like button, and also if you like my content, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of my content. And yeah, I will see you guys later.